Hello students, in previous class we discussed about electromagnetic spectrum. Today in this class in the previous class we discussed about electromagnetic spectrum and wave nature of light spectrum. Today in this class we are going to discuss about what happens when you heat iron rod on a flame. Okay, so do you find any change in the color on heating the iron rod? When we heat the iron rod, some amount of heat energy was absorbed by iron rod is emitted as light. So when we heat the iron rod, it is absorbing some energy and some amount of absorbed energy released as a light. First, iron turns into red color. Okay, iron turns into red color means lower energy, that have lower energy, and I have higher wavelength, and as the temperature rises it glows and turns into orange, yellow, blue respectively. Okay, so means that is changing into higher energy and lower wavelength. If we go on heating the rod, it turns into white light which includes all visible wavelengths. Okay, so when we heat the iron rod, it is absorbing some amount of energy and it is emitted as light. So when we heat the iron rod, it is absorbing some amount of heat energy and it is emitted as light. First it is turning into red color, so means that have lower energy and it have higher wavelength. Okay, and as the temperature rises, means if we increase the temperature, it glows orange, yellow, blue, and blue means higher energy and lower wavelength, and even white. Okay, if the temperature is high enough. Okay, first it is changing into red, that have lower energy, higher wavelength. After that it is changing into orange, yellow, blue means blue having higher energy and lower wavelength, or even it is changing into white color if the temperature is high enough. Do you observe any other color at the same time when one color is emitted? Okay, can we observe any other color at the same time when one color is emitted? When the temperature is high enough, other colors will also emitted. Why? Because due to higher intensity of a particular emitted color. Okay, when the temperature is high enough, other color will also emitted, but due to higher intensity of one particular color emitted, the particular color emitted, red, other cannot be observed. Okay, so when the temperature is very high, other color also emitting, but we cannot see the other colors, but we can see only one color. Why? Because due to its higher wavelength. Okay, Max Planck broke with the continuous energy tradition the electromagnetic energy by assuming that the energy always emitted multiple as h mu. This Max Planck, a German scientist, he discovered the continuous energy tradition in 1918. He got Nobel Prize. Here, when we hit the iron rod, that is releasing some energy. Okay, so from the metal that is releasing some energy. To explain about the energy releasing from the metal, Max Planck explained one formula. That formula is E is proportional to mu, means if the frequency will be more, then the energy released by that object will be more. E is proportional to mu. He is proposed one formula. If we remove the proportionality, we have to keep one constant, then equal to symbol will come. E is proportional to mu, that we can write E is equals to h mu. Okay, this h is called as Planck constant. Its value is 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second. Okay, so the energy is released is depending on mu. If the mu is more, energy released is more. If mu is less, energy released is less. So here red color has higher wavelength and less frequency, so that is releasing less energy. Blue color has blue color has less wavelength, more frequency, and the energy released by the blue color is more. Okay, so So when we hit the iron rod, that is releasing different colored lights. Now if we send that lights onto the prism, that is showing the different colored spectrums. Okay, if when we hit the iron rod, that is releasing different colors of light. Now if we send that light onto the prism, then that is showing different colored spectrum. Okay, so here the blue color which have shorter wavelength, higher frequency, that have more energy when we compare with the red light which have higher wavelength, shorter frequency. Means if the temperature is increasing, then the energy released by that object also increasing. Okay, so in this Planck constant, the energy absorption or release, that is released in the form of small packets, that is called as quanta. So here this Max Planck is one of the German scientists. He discovered a continuous energy tradition in 1918. He got Nobel Prize, and he said that what happened when we hit the iron object, when we hit the iron rod, it is changing into red color and it is emitted light. Okay, it is changing into red color that have higher wavelength and lower energy. If the temperature is more, again you are supplying the heat like that only, it is changing into orange, blue, yellow. Okay, orange, yellow, blue color. This blue color has higher energy and lower wavelength. Okay, or even it is changing into white. Okay, means by the combination of all color it appears to be white. Okay, so when do you observe any other color at the same time when one color is emitting? When one color is emitting outside, do you see other colors? Yes, we can see the other color. When we heat the iron rod, that time other colors also releasing, but due to the higher intensity of one particular color emitted, we cannot observe the other colors. Okay, so here so this Max Planck broke with the continuous energy tradition of electromagnetic energy by assuming the energy always emitted in multiple forms. Means when we hit the metal objects, that is releasing some energy. So that is releasing some energy. To explain about the energy from the metal rod, Max Planck proposed one equation, that is E is proportional to mu. Means if the frequency will be more, then the energy released by the object will be more. Okay, so from the metal object energy is releasing. To explain that, he proposed formula E is proportional to mu. If we remove the proportionality, we have to keep equal to symbol and we have to keep one constant h. Then that we can also write like this: E is equals to h mu. H is called as Planck constant. This value is 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second. Mu is nothing but mu. What is the meaning of mu? Mu means it is the frequency of the radiation observed or emitted. Okay, mu is nothing but it is the frequency of the radiation observed or emitted. Okay, so the energy E for the red color, that have higher wavelength, lower frequency, compared to the energy of blue color, more lower wavelength and higher frequency. Okay, the energy emitted from a material body increases with increasing in the energy. Okay, so the significance of Max Planck proposal is that electromagnetic energy can be gained or lost in discrete value, not in a continuous manner. So here the energy is released in not continuous manner. The energy is released in the form of small pockets that are called as quanta, and it is traveled in the form of waves. That's why we can say the energy is quantized. Okay, now we are discussing one more topic. Do you enjoy Deepavali fireworks? Variety of colors are seen from fireworks. How do these colors come from the fireworks? Now we will discuss. The electrons present in atoms of elements absorb energy and move to excited state, and when they return back to ground state with emission of energy in the visible spectrum. Okay, so the colors observed during the fireworks is the emitted energy of various elements in the different fireworks. Okay, so the electrons present in the atom of the element absorb energy. So in Deepavali festival we are using fireworks. No, these fireworks are made up of different elements like that, sulfur, magnesium, like that. So the electron present in the atom of the elements absorb the energy. Okay, so we are using light to burn the crackers, no, so in the crackers some chemicals like that will be there, like sulfur, magnesium, like that. Okay, that are the electrons present in the elements absorb the energy and move to excited state, and when they return back to the ground state with emission of energy in visible spectrum. So the colors observed during the fireworks is the emitted energy by various elements in the different fireworks. Okay, so here electrons present in the atoms. So during the fireworks we are during the Deepavali we will use some fireworks. That fireworks are made up of some chemicals, like some elements, sulfur, magnesium will be there. So in that electrons will be there, no? That electrons are absorbing the energy, means we are using light, means heat to light it. Okay, so that electrons present in the elements are absorbing the energy. Then what happened, that is moving to excited states. Okay, that move to excited state, and then what happened, it will come back to ground state. When it is come back to its ground state, it releasing some energy, it is emitted some energy in the form of different colored lights. Okay, that colored lights only called as visible spectrum. Okay, so that electrons present in the elements absorb some energy and moving to ground higher state, higher energy level, means excited state, and again it will, okay, from that excited state only it will present, no, again it will come back to ground state. Okay, what is excited state and what is ground state I will explain in next topic. Again it will come back to its ground state. When that will come back to its ground state, that is emitting different colors. Okay, that different colors only we are seeing when we are burning the crackers. That is called as visible spectrum. So the colors you observe during the fireworks is the emitted energy of a various elements in different fireworks. Okay. Take a pinch of cupric chloride in a watch glass and make a paste with a concentrated hydrochloric acid. Take a pinch of cupric chloride in watch glass and add some concentrated hydrochloric acid to it and make a paste. And take this paste on a platinum loop. Okay, and introduce into a non-luminous flame. First take a pinch of cupric chloride in a watch glass and add hydrochloric acid, concentrated hydrochloric acid, make a paste. Take this paste on a platinum loop and introduce into the non-luminous flame. So what do you observe? Okay, and carry out the same activity with strontium chloride. So what we can observe, so when we mix the cupric chloride with concentrated hydrochloric acid, it produces green colored flame. Okay, and strontium chloride produces crimson red colored flame. Okay, cupric chloride and hydrochloric acid, when we make paste and when we introduce into the flame, that is produce a green color, but strontium chloride, it is produces crimson red colored flame. Do you observe street lights? Okay, so do you observe yellow colored street lamps? So why that are in yellow color? Why? Because sodium vapors are produces yellow light in street lights. Okay, so here this when we observe the street lights that are in yellow color. Why that are in yellow color? Why? Because sodium vapors will be there in that. These sodium vapors are produces yellow light in the street lamps. Okay, due to that are in yellow color. So why do different elements emit different flame colors when heated by the same non-luminous flame? Okay, why do different elements emit different flame colors when that are heated by the same non-luminous flame? Now we will discuss. So why do different elements emit different flame colors when heated by the same non-luminous flame? Why? Because all the materials made up of atoms and molecules. We know that. Okay, all the materials are made up of atoms or molecules. These atoms or molecules possess certain fixed energy. These atoms or molecules have some fixed energy, An atom or molecule having lowest possible energy is said to be ground state. Okay, so atom or molecule that having lowest possible energy is said to be called as ground state. Okay, when we heat that material, the electrons of these atoms gain energy and move to higher energy state, means excited state. Okay, so when we heat the material, the electrons of this atom gain the energy and move into excited state, means that is higher energy state. Okay, so an atom or molecule in the excited state can emit light to lower its energy in order to get stability and come back to ground state. So the atom or molecule in the excited state can emit the light to lower its energy in order to get stability and come back to ground state. So light emitted such process have certain fixed wavelength for one kind of atom. So the light emitted by the different kinds of atoms are different because excited state electrons will go are different. So different elements produces different flame color. So here cupric chloride produces green color, strontium chloride produces crimson red color, like that. Sodium vapors produce yellow color, like that. No, so why like that different elements are emit different colors when we are heating in the flame? Why? Because all the material bodies are made up of atoms or molecules. Okay, these atoms or molecules possess certain fixed energy. Okay, so an atom or molecule having lowest energy is said to be in ground state. If the atom or molecule, if that have lowest energy, then we can say that is in ground state. Okay, an atom or molecule having lowest energy is said to be in ground state. Okay, so when we heat the materials, okay, then what happens when we heat the material? The electrons of these atoms gain energy and move to higher energy state, means excited state. Okay, so an atom or molecule in the excited state can emit light to its lower its energy in order to get the stability and to come back to ground state. So light emitted such process have certain fixed length for one kind of atom. Means in the previous topic I said, no, Deepavali fireworks we can see different colors. Okay, how we can see means the Deepavali fireworks we are using the crackers that are made up of some chemicals like elements, magnesium, sulfur, like that we are using. So that are made up of atoms or molecules, like that. Okay, so that have some energy. Okay, so then what happen when we heat that elements, means when we heat that elements, means in that elements electrons will be there. That electrons absorb the energy and moving from ground state to excited state, means higher energy state, and that will be present in excited state like that only? No, again it will come back to ground state and emitting its energy in the form of different colored light, that is called as visible spectrum. We said, no, like that here also atom or molecule, all the materials are made up of atoms or molecule. These atoms and molecule possess certain energy. This atom or molecule having lowest possible energy said to be in ground state. Okay, so when we heat the materials, electrons of these atoms gain energy and move to excited state, means higher energy state. So an atom of molecule in the excited state can emit light to lower its energy in order to get the stability and come back to ground state. So it is getting energy when we supply the heat, it is getting energy moving to higher energy state. So here when it is moving to higher energy state, that can emit the light, that is emitting the light to lower its energy, again it will come back to ground state. So light emitted such process have certain fixed length for one kind of atom. So that's why the light emitted by different elements are different. Okay, means different elements are emit different flame colors. Okay, light emitted means different, and that's why the elements are emit different types of elements uh, emit different types of colors. So the light emitted by the different kinds of atom is different because of excited state electrons will go are different. So the light emitted by the different kinds of elements is different because the excited electron will go are different. So different elements produce different same colors. Okay. Scientists found that each element emits its own characteristic color. These colors corresponding certain distinct wavelength are called as light spectra. So scientists they found that each color emits its own characteristic lights. This line in atomic spectra can be used to identify the unknown atom, just like fingerprints are used to identify the people. So scientists they said that each element emits its own characteristics of light. So by that light we can identify the each atom or element. Okay. So by this line spectra, by these lines in the atomic spectra, we can identify the unknown atoms. Means police they identify the thieves by using the fingerprints, no, like that. By observing the line spectra means different colors, we can identify the atoms of different elements. Okay. Why? Because each element emits its own characteristics of color. Okay. Each element emits its own characteristic color. These colors have different wavelength. Okay. So by observing this color, the scientists they identify the atoms, like police identify the thieves by seeing the fingerprints, no, like that. Now we are discussing